stream. Let's put it on YouTube. So, hi everybody. We're back from the break, and we're going to do a little multiplayer on our Beta 10 candidate. Only real major changes. Nothing really impacts multiplayer, but we do have the replays now for the daily challenge. Should be working now. So if you're going to play the daily challenge, I definitely recommend people do it on next version. All right, here we go. Oh, and look, we got hints now. So while people are loading the game, they'll hopefully get a little bit of a hint. I don't think this is going to be anything new for Qubit, Viva, or GameSlayer. Alright, what we got here? New iron. I got a good scientific spot there. I always get drawn to those. That's pretty good, actually.
What an excellent location for a lab. Well done on finding
Far
it.
for me to resist.
Now then, the day is ticking, and there is much research to be done.
Robotic colony founded.
Expansive colony founded.
24,000 deaths, not that bad for a really good spot like that. Wow,
Scavenger colony founded.
Robotic colony expanded.
Oh, those robotics. They're pretty quick.
Scavenger colony expanded.
Our growth is surpassing my most optimistic projections.
Expansive colony expanded.
2, 1. Got it. Alright.
The black market is online.
That's weird. Everyone's producing aluminum, so I'm going to kind of see if I can cheat my way with that. But if I at least plan it up. People are selling, that's for sure. You think I should commune squad it? There's no mutinies. The only thing I'm going to do is blow it up, so I'm not too worried about that. Ooh, crap. Lunar shortage. Well, that means I have to.
Pirates. I hate those filthy bandits.
Expansive colony expanded.
Everybody's going fast. Figures there's a lunar shortage, but I'm trying to cheat my way on aluminum. Let's go to the farms, okay.
Scavenger colony expanded.
Robotic colony expanded.
Why? Your new design for the colony layout is simply breathtaking. The other scientists will love the increased resources.
The black market is online.
begin at?
5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 9,000, 12,000, 14,000, 16,000, 18,000.
Sold!
Pirates. I hate those filthy bandits.
Let this be a lesson to you all. Screw with us, and we screw with you.
Expansive colony expanded.
Alright. The upgrade. Just wait for this tool.
Pirates. I hate those filthy bandits.
The black market is online.
Why? Your new design for the colony layout is simply breathtaking. The other scientists will love the increased resources.
The black market is online.
A new claim is available for auction. Bidding will begin at
6,000,
Pirates. I hate those filthy bandits.
8,000, 9,000, 10,000, 12,000, 14,000, 16,000, 18,000, 20,000.
You got it.
sold!
Revoltic colony expanded.
Scavenger colony expanded.
The black market is online.
Let this be a lesson to you all. Screw with us, and we screw with you.
Oh, shh.
Holographic imaging activated.
Scavenger colony expanded.
Why? Your new design for the colony layout is simply breathtaking. The other scientists will
Now
love
for
the
auction,
increased
a
resources.
slowdown strike.
1,000. 6,000. 8,000. 9,000. 10,000.
Sold!
Oh man. So yeah. That was dire. That's weird.
A new claim is available for auction. Bidding will begin at
7,000.
It's probably already off-world.
8,000. 9,000. 10,000. 12,000. 14,000. 16,000.
sold.
Someone must be shorting silicon. It's just what I was about to do.
Pirates. I hate those filthy bandits.
Expansive colony expanded.
Teleportation, why is it not? What the heck is going on?
Your stock is
Oh my
nearly
gosh, I have
low.
auto supply off. Oh, Are you serious? That happened.
Your stock is being bought.
Can't believe that auto supply off. That is going to cost me the game. Jeez.
The black market is
I can't even
online.
imagine how much money I lost there.
Your stock is being bought.
Robotic colony
Oh,
expanded.
man. Wow, look at that iron price. That steel price. More steel mills.
Hee-haw, hee-haw, hee-haw.
7,000, 8,000, 9,000.
So,
Your stock is being bought. Your stock is being bought.
The black market is online.
Yep, there's the Offworld market.
Let this be a lesson to you all. Screw We're not surprised, and we just disappointed in you.
Wow, that was fast. Alright, well, good job. Oh my gosh, auto supply. Levi hardly shipped anything off-world. Newslayer was one of an early off-world market. Finally got
The
blown up.
black market is online.
Yeah, I know Yeah, I know Zoltar. I don't know why that is. I don't know why. It's been in the middle of the screen for a number of streams, so maybe I should turn it off. I don't know why. Maybe I'll move it around. So I moved over here. What happens if I put it up here?
Offworld shipment launched. Look at all the money.
Let's see how it looks then. Well, back. Well, alright, I guess that's a reasonable spot for it. Well, it looks like it's a pretty close game here. I mean, actually, you can see that by the numbers. So, once you're an observer, it'll show you basically how close each person is to a buyout of the other player. I don't know why Vivi suddenly dropped down. Well, they both dropped down. Are they... I suppose when they're buying shares in each other, they're losing the cash. No, it's not sort of it's not perfect evaluation. But considering that they're both at 3 shares of each other, yeah, it's pretty good. So he's getting so the game starts getting 1,700 from me. Vivi is getting 600 from Cuba. So that's one of the big differences here. Is when Cuba got bought out, he did not have an off-road market, whereas I do have an off-road market. So GameSlayer is getting a pretty huge advantage on that regard. Might even be worth Vivi's time to knock out my off-road market if he can figure out, but he doesn't know where it is. So too bad for him. Well, he does have a spy. Wait. Who's a spy there? Why did it say spy there?
Your stock is being bought.
This is weird.
The black market is online.
So someone must be pulling. GameSlayer's pulling ahead.
Filthy bandits.
Yeah, like I said, I think he's pulling ahead because he's getting extra dividend income from me. It may not show up in the chart because, yeah, he's caught up in dividend revenue and it's going to be passing him up pretty soon now. Yep, so he's really going a lot faster dividend. So the combination of the Pleasure Dome and the off-road market, I think, is winning the game for GameSlayer. I mean, do they both have? Although all the GameSlayer also has 2 off-road markets, so that's the thing that's going to make the difference. Why does Vivi only have 1? You couldn't afford to buy one. But, yeah,
look at all
so this
the
game's
money.
going to go to GameSlayer.
Offworld shipment launched. Look at all the money.
Wow, so they were pretty close, and GameSlayer just pulled away. It was that dividend income combined with his 2 off-road markets. So, good job for GameSlayer. So were you hacking? Yeah, what were you hacking? Was it silicon? Were you the guy with silicon? Didn't have silicon. So what were you hacking? I mean, that's awesome if you're using the hacking array. This is a new chart. You can see what everyone was doing. I was doing a lot of pirates. I was buying pirates because I was afraid of everyone pirating me. And they actually never pirated me a single time, even though I was shipping glass. So, yeah. Alright, let's check out the... Sabotage. I want the sorters and surpluses. Game Slayer. So Game Slayer was shorting, wow, glass, electronics, silicon, chemicals, aluminum. Buy into the shorts. Yeah, I saw the price got pretty high. We didn't even have any silicon though. Oh, you weren't using silicon at that point. No. Good move. Yeah, I mean, look at that founding spot. Robotic didn't even have iron. Did you even claim iron? Did you even claim iron? You had no iron? You had no iron? Wow. That's kind of amazing, honestly. You didn't even get to the geotherm I took it from. Wow. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, well, Power Robo is traditional move. Cool. Okay, one more. Yep. I need to get better at trying that. Alright, I'll bump it up to 6 in case there's anyone else around who wants to try. Maybe Zoltar wants to jump in this time. Oh, yep, there he is. To observe, that way I can be a little more entertaining on the stream. Bummer. I could have make sure you have auto supply. Make sure you have auto supply turned on. Yeah, I don't know if that costs me the game since. You know, Game Slayer took me out at a pretty good point, but it definitely didn't help, that's for sure. Alright. Here we go. There will be a lot more hints. I've written like 45 of them, but they're not in the next version. This is kind of a new thing in single player. If you want to try next version, like when you play by default in single player now, the game actually pauses when you choose to make, when you try to make choices, which means where you're going to found, where you're going to build your buildings, where you're going to put your EMPs. Anytime you're in like a selection mode, the game actually automatically pauses, which is kind of cool. So we got a big mess of aluminum and iron up here. So I definitely expect to see some either robotic or expansive up here. The water, on the other hand, is all the way over here. So this is a good spot for some expansive. Okay, great. Yeah, this is a good, very good scamper spot here. Zoltar, like I said, went robotic up here. Let's see a good scientific spot on this map. Maybe here. I would probably force it.
Expansive colony founded.
Levi goes for scavenger. Definitely a couple good scavenger spots on this map, so we're going to see a lot of black market action. Game Slayer says going for a more traditional, just expansive. Grab the high iron and get the bonus with the adjacency for low aluminum. Doesn't get the combo tile. He's got some pretty awesome combo tiles here with aluminum and iron. So this is going to be really an interesting spot for Zoltar. Very, very good early spot. He's splitting his steel mills. That's interesting. Don't feel like that's necessary in the 4-player game, but I guess you never know. Hard to say. I guess I forgot to mention I did put on Masquerade. I just don't feel like Masquerade is necessary when you have good players like this all together. I mean, no one asked for it, so. All right, so Cubit's he's got a ton of aluminum. I don't know about the second aluminum. I mean, I guess since they're both next to his headquarters, he can transition to something else later. And Game Slayer is the last to level 2. He's got a bunch of steel mills up. He just went straight for the resources, which probably hurt him because that iron price totally collapsed. Zoltar is making a ton of iron, and no one else really needs iron, so there's nothing out there driving the price up of iron. So that price for iron is going to stay really low this whole game. He's going to need to get rid of one of these iron mines. He's just not going to need it. But again, he's splitting his steel mills from his iron production. Everyone is afraid of EMPs, but you know, there's just one EMP on. There isn't EMPs and power surges. It's just EMPs. So I don't know. I feel like that's a bit of a misplay there. Vivi has 1 farm, so I think he would have been better off with 2 farms and 2 carbon quarries. I mean, he's just gonna. Although, I mean, if you look at the numbers, he is actually making a ton of money off of this.
Efficiency. Beginning construction.
It's hard to judge how much carbon you really need as a scavenger. I mean, he's got a ton. So this is tricky. In the game, if you look at the revenue, it tells you a number, but that number can be misleading. So, for example, when you looked over those elemental quarries, it told us he was making 40 or 50 bucks a second, but he was also sitting on a stockpile of 700 carbon. So, like, those numbers are lying to you, right? Those, if you're artificially keeping the price high, then yeah, it's telling you you're going to get all that revenue, but that money is going to disappear as soon as you or someone else sells it. So, in a sense, like, I wouldn't say he was really making that much money from carbon. So, you can't put total faith in these numbers. Everyone's splitting their production so well. Interesting to see. I don't know about going in for both farms and reactors. I like kind of committing to one or the other. Interesting, Cubit's gone for neither. Cubit's just decided he's just going to take on debt. I'm surprised he didn't have more debt. I guess part of that's probably because he is the guy with the geotherm. But he's certainly losing plenty. He's certainly losing plenty of money to the life support. His debt's going down. Everyone else's debt is. Everyone else's debt. Vivi is also going down. So the scavengers are both debt diving. So basically, it's like Cubit is missing food and reactors, what he's going to now, whereas Vivi is missing power. He's just decided to. Man, it's brave to decide to have absolutely no power at this point, considering the price is 125. It is how going down. We'll interested to see if Vivi goes hard into this, because he clearly is going to need some power. The trick is he's going to want one of the geotherms that's less closer to him than one this far away. No one really is going to want this all that much, except for maybe Cubit, so I expect this to go to either Cubit or Vivi.
14.
Game style is interesting. I think he's just messing with him. He doesn't need another. He's the least person who leads at least.
18,000.
Of course, he also has the least amount of debt. So it goes to Vivi, who does desperately need a source of power, and now he's got one.
Not a problem. We'll have this done in a jiffy. I just need to.
Alright, Cubit and Vivi are already at level 4, so this is one of the one of the strengths of Scavenger. If all you need is carbon to upgrade, you can upgrade really fast. So both of them hit level 4 super early. Vivi is now building some glass furnaces. Well, he's done pretty well, even though he's just going for these 2 of each types of buildings. Cubit's done something similar over here. Just 2 reactors, deciding to just buy the food.
Robotic colony expanded.
Pirates.
Who hit
I
Vivi?
hate those filthy bandits.
Huh. Vivi was targeted by Cubit. He knocked out his water. I guess he sees him as the other source of water on the map. GameSide doesn't have much water, and Zoltar has none, so it does make sense. So lagging behind is Game Slayer. Is anyone sitting on money? Not really. They're all very even game. Although, as I said, oh, nope, Cuba just is level 5 now. I mean, that's a scavenger. You gotta go fast. Get those claims going as fast as possible. This is kind of interesting arrangement of tiles here. I guess he wanted to connect to his water, so he's going to be not vulnerable to pirates. Boy, he's going hard into water. I mean, those life support prices are good, so I can understand that, but this is a little awkward, especially with this weird farm out here. I would have thought maybe it'd be better to, I don't know. I would have at some point deleted this aluminum and instead put 3 farms here, or 3 farms here, so you could theoretically even go to 4 later if you wanted to. Pirates are only 4,500 and water is 80, and there are plenty of people shipping water. That would be a nice thing to get into right now, for sure. Someone's pirating water here. Looks like someone just dropped 2 pirates. That's interesting. Alright, Zoltar's hit by an EMP by Cubit. Where was that? Oh, on his Pleasure Dome. Wow. Cubit really doesn't want Zoltar to build a Pleasure Dome. That's weird. Kind of weird use of an EMP. But, alright. You'd think you'd hit him more if you just hit his steel mills, but, or his solar panels.
So.
We're not surprised.
Got this tile for 5,000. That's pretty good. I mean, worst case, just put a solar panel on it. Goon squads. Wow, lucky. Kibo put a goon squad here, and he caught. He tried to do it. Your attempt, I guess, on Game Slayer. So Game Slayer got caught trying to hit an EMP there.
Expanded.
And then he, of course, turned around and used that EMP on Game Slayer right here. So Game Slayer's having a bit of a tough time. That was a really unfortunate turn of events for him. Building a patent lab. I don't know what he's going to go for. I'm not sure. I mean, thinking machines obviously would be great. Teleportation, he's not shipping that much. Does he have a Pleasure Dome? He does have. Well, they'll probably go for virtual reality right off the bat. Let's see what he's doing.
The black market is gone.
He's now the only person at level 4, which is kind of interesting. He can definitely upgrade. He figures he's going to want to do that. He needs to do something. He needs to use his patent lab and upgrade. Cuba's got the first off-world market. Unless someone has one hidden. Nope. He does the first real off. Well, there's no holograms in this game. I feel I do better in games without holograms. That offer market must be next to the colony. See, it's next to some warehouses, so it's getting a 20% launch speed. He put a goon squad on it, but he was, but Game Slayer hit it right away. There's no real sort of chintzy black market item. There's really just EMPs and dynamites to take out people. So actually, I think it's going to be fairly easy to defend a building, considering you can just buy goon squads, and there's really only 2 type of sabotage items that are going to knock them down. So, which also implies that using that EMP early against that Pleasure Dome by Zoltar would not have been a great move.
Look at all the money.
However, I should point out that he's not making much off-world. The off-world market is pretty crappy right now. Part of that is probably because the price of fuel is so high. But also just straight up, the prices off-world are terrible. The highest price is chemicals of 400. Wow.
Bidding will begin at.
Interesting to see that. Wow. Interesting to see that Game Slayer bought built an off-world market. He's usually one of the top proponents of not building finding a way to win without building an off-world market.
8, 9.
I should point out that Zoltar has the only hacker array on the map. Wow, this geotherm is going up. This should go for a lot. The price of power stayed solid the whole game. I would think it should go for 20. Wow, I think Levi got a steal there. So what's he short? Zoltar is shorting electronics. If you look at other players, is no one else been in electronics? Wow, great move by Zoltar. No one else is making electronics. So that's the thing, like, what's more valuable? Being able to hack electronics and drive up the price, or is having an off-road market? Well, considering the fact that off-road markets are not making a lot of money, and you have to spend a lot of money on the goon squad to defend them, you know, I think you could make an argument that it's better to have the hack array. However, part of the problem, well, I'm surprised these things are not making more money for him. I mean, they're making in the hundreds now, which is pretty solid. The nice thing about being robotic, robotics are great to hack because you don't have to. You can just switch your production around willy-nilly as you need. Interesting that Zoltar is also going for a patent lab. I wonder what he wants. I mean, there's hardly any patents available. Oh yeah, GameSlayer got Cyberconductor. That makes sense. What's he going for right now? Thinking machines, right? Okay, that's a good move. Protect his off-road market, but again, the off-road markets are still not great. I mean, the best you get is 24,000. That's just not. It's not that great. Someone got hit by another off-road market down, which what you're going to see is this price of dynamite and goon squads are going to be basically the same. People are going to buy goon squads, and then people are going to buy dynamite to knock them down.
Price manipulation begins shortly.
Yep, and there goes GameSlayer's off-road market. In the meantime, this is just going to drive up the price of glass and look at the price of carbon. It's amazing it's that low considering you got 2 scavengers. So that's one of the big advantages of scavengers. They can get into, they can build those off-road markets with $10 carbon, and even if they get blown up, they can repair them easily. All right, so Zoltar, he keeps driving to the price of electronics. However, now everyone is into electronics, so his monopoly, as it were, is over. He's going to perpetual motion. Vivi is going for teleportation. That certainly makes sense. Ooh, wow, close race here. Looks like Vivi is going to beat out GameSlayer to teleportation by 5 seconds. You could put a spy on Vivi's, patent lab, but that's pretty hard to anticipate. Pretty even. Wow. I actually have a really weird mix here. Vivi has all of his stock, but why is his value so low compared to Qubit? The total value is basically the same. Is it just the debt? Wow, debt really can bring people down. Yeah, that debt. Look at their assets are basically the same, and but if you take away basically $1 million in debt, yeah, that's what debt will do to you. That's why the stock price is so low. See, both Zoltar and Vivi are in the B's, and that's why their stock prices are in the teens, which is kind of a big deal. Alright, Zoltar's not doing anything with hack array. He's researching energy vault. Okay, the patents are going to start disappearing pretty quick. Alright, GameSlayer is soon going to discover he's going to lose out on teleportation. He would have anyway. I guess he could have BMP'd Vivi. Well, there goes teleportation. Sorry, GameSlayer. This is not going to be GameSlayer's game. Although stock price is still doing fine. They could theoretically make a run on him if they wanted to. Yeah, everyone has enough money that they could knock GameSlayer out of the game. But, that would require a lot of coordination. And now he's at 50%, so now he's safe. Zoltar doesn't know quite what to do with his hack array. Looking around, there's only one other person making glass. No one's making, someone's making chems. And at this point, unfortunately, just too many people are making stuff. So it's hard to know what's the best thing for him to hack. He's got a lot of power. But then again, so does GameSlayer. So hack arrays are powerful, but they're tricky. I mean, it's just so easy to like. And look at this: both GameSlayer and Qubit have spies on this hacker array, so they're gonna know whatever it is they hacked, which could be why they, that could be why GameSlayer got into electronics, just to basically keep Zoltar from shorting anything. Well, of all the players, Zoltar and Vivi are the guys who are vulnerable to buyouts now because of their debt ratings. Whereas Qubit and GameSlayer are both really benefiting from not having any debt. Wow, why did this get turned off? GameSlayer needs to turn this pleasure dome back on. That's giving Vivi a ton of money. In the meantime, we got another Offworld market going up. GameStar and Cubit both have 2 Offworld markets. So even if Offworld markets are unprofitable, I mean, 2 Offworld markets is going to do well for you. That's just the way it is. However, GameSlayer is vulnerable in the fact that he still has shares available. Zoltar should get picked up pretty soon. I mean, his stock price is low, and he doesn't own his own stock, so I'm actually surprised Cubit and GameSlayer are making a run on Vivi and paying double for his stock instead of making a run on Zoltar. I don't quite understand that. Maybe they think that Vivi is in a position where he's worth more as a subsidiary, but, well, he is building off a market, so that does make some sense. Whereas Zoltar has simply not been building. He's not building off a market. Yeah, he's turning. What's going on over there? GameSlayer, turn your pleasure zone back on! Oh, that is painful to watch. At least he's making good money off of those off-road markets.
Trading service. Price manipulation begins.
Alright, Zoltar decided to go into reactors. There's not many people. I don't see a whole lot of other reactors on the board. Well, no, actually everyone has reactors. I mean, they're profitable for sure. If he's not going to use his hacker, he needs to just delete that thing. I mean, he's got to do something with it. Why is his electronics factories off? That's weird.
Your stock is being bought.
Alright, so yeah. So Vivi did make a run on Zoltar. I like that a lot. However, Zoltar does not own any of Vivi's stocks, so he's not going to get really any bonus there. If he does buy GameSlayer, he'll get a big chunk of his own stock, which would be nice. So, I mean, if I was Vivi, I might want to save up my money to try to buy out GameSlayer. And let GameSlayer... And let GameSlayer buy out Zoltar. Because that's going to be expensive for GameSlayer, and you still own 40% of Zoltar, so that's no big deal. Ooh, you got carbon scrubbing, always great. Always a great patent. See, he's the only guy with a patent lab right now, so the one nice thing Zoltar has, he can pick up these last patents. And actually, wow, he should have gotten Water Engine a long time ago. He saved a lot of money shipping stuff off-world.
Your stock is being
Did someone sell shell sellers? Well, Vivi sold shares of Zoltar. That's interesting. He's freaking out because people are getting close to buying him. Is he close to buying? He's not close to buying anyone. He just doesn't have enough cash. That's why he got, yeah. I'm not sure how it happened there. Well, his debt, basically, I think. You see his stock price is popping back up now because when you buy it as a subsidiary, your debt disappears. But basically, his debt killed him. His debt was keeping his price down in the 18s, which made him a takeover candidate. And GameSlayer took advantage of that, got Vivi, and Vivi sold out of Zoltar, which gives Zoltar a shot in the game.
The black market is online.
Yeah, so Cubit's in a pretty strong position here. GameStar got the buy-in on Vivi. Let's see how much money he's making off of him. Well, $1,000 a second. So here's the question here. Cubit's in a stronger position stock-wise than GameSlayer, but GameSlayer is making a lot of money off of the subsidiary. So Cubit should make a move to try to end the game as soon as he can. And there, GameSlayer starts making a buy-in on Cubit. That's going to pop up his own stock price. What did Zoltar do? Zoltar budget. Well, what else is Zoltar going to do? And what else is... I mean, he has moves. Stop jacking up carbon. What else is Zoltar?
The black market is online.
I mean, you gotta basically buy stock while it's available, because Zoltar needs to beef up his own. Oops. Oops. So it's not... I mean, observer.
The money.
Didn't say observer. Say observer.
Offworld shipment launched. Look at all the money.
Say observer. When chatting. Alright. So what's going to happen here? So Cubit's creeping up on Gameslayer. If I switch over to Veva, it'll show me how close each people are to different buyouts. So Cubit is pretty close to his Zoltar buyout. I'm not sure if he's going to do that, though. Alright, so Cubit could buy out Zoltar now if he wanted to. Local authorities distribute 1 crane to each corporation. There, it's going to be very handy.
Off-world shipment launched. Look at all
right,
the
so
money.
GameSlayer's making a lot of money. They're both shipping off-world. What's the angle here? I did a lot. Cubit also has Cubit's been working his upgrade lab pretty well. So that's another thing that is an advantage for Cubit. Okay, so they can both buy Zoltar. So now you have this tricky situation of what should they do with Zoltar. What I would like to do, I think they're both missing an opportunity here. They don't have to actually buy out Zoltar, but they should buy his stock.
Look at all the money.
You want to buy the stock early, so you don't have to do the buyout. Like, let's say, for example, right now, if Cubit bought 4 or 5 shares of Zoltar, it's going to boost his stock price a lot. And then he doesn't have to do the final buyout on Zoltar. It gives him a strong position.
Your stock is
okay. Instead, GameStar went for the full-on buy on Cubit, which, you know, alright. I mean, that's certainly one way to play.
Your stock is being bought.
But it's going to be hard for Zoltar to come back from this. I mean, this is sort of that. Cook the books. Oh, wow. Did Zoltar not cook the books? Black market all. Oh, man. Zoltar really should have cooked the books. Wow. Zoltar really should have cooked the books. Wow, look how much money Viva is making for GameSlayer. That's crazy. Oh no, Zoltar ends the game with $10 stock price. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, Zoltar, you really should have tried to cook the books. That would have made a huge difference. Wow, look at all this chemical production. Alright, interesting win from Cubit. I think they both were pretty close to each other. Which happens, if you get 2 dominant players and they're both really close to the buyout, they're just going to make a run for it and see which one does it. So GameSlayer, he was the last person to level 5, which was interesting. It looked like he was slipping behind. It'd be interesting to see where he got his ankle. Part of it is being expansive. Yeah, so obviously he had the Offworlds, but both him and Cubit had Offworlds, so let's try to figure out what happened here. It's going to be hard to see exactly because Cubit got to play a little longer. So GameSlayer sold a little more Offworld, but that's probably... Cubit actually probably sold more by the time of the buyout. GameSlayer got some entertainment revenue. He made a lot more off of dividends, so that could be the difference right there. In terms of resources sold and... money made from that. Cubit actually made more on World, so really it came down to dividends. So it was that early buy of eBay. Stats came down to revenue, dividend income, for GS. Oh no, he forgot to... Oh! Oh wow, he forgot to... He had Superconductor and he forgot to connect to Geo. He even got a free claim at the end of the game. Yes. But Cubit made more than you on World anyway. if you had connected your Geo, however, you even got a free game, got a free claim at the end. Anyway, good win by GameSlayer. I mean, did he win both games? I mean, that's very good wins from GameSlayer. Considering he's playing very tough opponents, and both games looks like he was having some trouble. Good job though. Very good wins. Good wins for yes. Oh, yeah. Maybe that should be in the middle of the screen. Reclaim of the screen. Reclaim. Middle of screen. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Alright, I gotta get back to work. I gotta get back to work. Zoltar, do you want to stream? Zoltar, are you going? Should I host? Are you gonna? Should I host you? I host you. I need to go. Okay, cool. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. I'm going to be hosting Zoltar now, and I'll catch you guys next week.